This right here is the All-Star Austin Hightower, and you are listening to FTW Podcast, baby. Oh, yeah.
Rob looks like he's about to take a nap or pose for Playgirl, and Kevin is clearly playing Skyrim.
That's who Rob looks like. Rob looks like Ron Jeremy.
Yes! Alright, everybody, welcome to the FTW Podcast, the wrestling world in all its laughable glory. I am Harrison, and with me as always is Joe. Say hello, Joe.
Woo, woo, woo. United States title. You know it.
Rob. Say hello, Rob.
Hey.
And Kevin. Say hello, Kevin.
What's up?
Goodwill had a sale tonight, so Garfield will not be with us, but tonight is episode number 91. Recorded on December 6th, 2011, and Goodwill, do they even have sales? I don't think they do they?
I think they do, actually.
Not only is it funny for the Garvin aspect, it's funny for that. Everything is on sale in Goodwill. It's like $3.
I bet if you shamble in looking bad enough, they'll just give you the shit.
Yeah.
Kind of like Rob.
Like, here we go.
Oh! I'm kidding, Rob. This is the first time we actually get to see Rob in our little video chat, so I had to take a shot.
Yeah, Joe sent him one of his spare webcams, which is kind of creepy how many webcams Joe actually has. But
I just took one out of the bathroom and it works.
Yeah. So we sent it to Rob.
Kid.
So we get 50% more Rob on this show and 100% less Garvin. So I think we still make out, don't we?
Evens out.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the conversion factor goes. Metric,
There's still beard.
Standard. Yeah, whatever. All right, so we're going to start with last week's question of the week, which was, if you can turn anyone face to heel or vice versa, who would it be? Tons of responses on this, including from, if you longtime listeners of the show will remember, Diva Jill, finally got her out of her hidey hole. Basically, the classic Ms. Mark, she turned Ms. face. She wants Brodus Clay to basically turn him face, and Barrett would be another heel where if the guy feuded with Henry gets some positive reaction, but it just she's plugging for definitely plugging for Miz. Pete on the Mark's Facebook group that we're a part of said we mentioned about Mark Henry turning face. They said they did it once before when he married Mae Young, which was that was pretty bad. Jeremy.
And she gave birth to like the hand or something.
Yes.
Yeah, it was it was one of those things that you just knew they thought it was a good idea at the time. And Jeremy on the same group said, turn Cena heel and then Otunga face. Otunga face would be kind of interesting, but Cena heel, I mean, that's just been bashed to no end. Steven said he would turn Hudoko into the police.
That's racist.
I want to hate that, but it's really funny. Eric emailed us saying that he wanted Jack Swagger is in need of a face turn. You brought up some really good points. One, he's a two-time world champion who's gone nowhere but backwards in the past year and a half, even with Vicky at his side. And have Jim Ross support him as the Boomer Sooner connection, which will help him get over the fence. I gotta be honest, that'd be kind of cool to watch.
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement. I can't believe we haven't talked about this sooner. So kudos to Eric for bringing it up.
Yeah.
Well, it worked with Mason Ryan. So why not give it a shot? He needs something.
Since JR's not
thanks for giving that to us.
Yeah, since JR isn't in the announcing booth, do you make him the manager and they could be the Boomer Sooner connection?
I don't see why not. I think it'd be cool.
That could be cool. South, you know that?
And I believe when Swagger first entered for a period of time, he was kind of leaning towards face.
He was more of a tweener, and then they started really pushing the American angle, and then it just kind of, kind of like fell to a heel. He seems like one of those guys that almost stumbles, it just seems like he keeps stumbling into situations. Like the world championship was kind of given to him on a fluke, and it happened, and it didn't, and then it happened again, and then it didn't, and it was just kind of weird.
With the Olympics and with everybody gearing up for the Olympics in 2012 and everything, now would be a great time to turn Swagger heel. He could really do the whole
Face.
Kurt Angle thing.
You mean face from face?
Yeah, face.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I like the Boomer Sooner connection. That'd be really, really good. On Twitter, using our hashtag. By the way, if you ever wanted to talk to us on Twitter, we use our own hashtag. That's right. We are so goddamn important. We have our own hashtag. Booyah. Suck it, Charlie Sheen. Hashtag FTWE, 91 for this episode. But we have hashtag FTW, and then we follow that so we get a good worldwide chatting going. So deal with it. Fry420X said that he actually thought Sheamus was a great face and that Mark Henry could go face if he went after another big heel such as Miz, Ziggler, or even Wade Barrett. Here's the thing. He says Sheamus was a really good face, and maybe, but right now, I like him as face, but you guys don't. Right?
I don't mind him. I think he's a better heel, but I don't think Sheamus has done a bad job as face. I just hate the idea of turning Henry heel. No, don't do it.
Or turning Henry face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. You know,
I'm gonna have to get flashcards for you guys.
Yeah, seriously. This is what happens when Garvin's not here. See?
Whoa.
He's throwing everything off. Like Garvin's not here, and all of a sudden everybody's out of whack.
He's gotta go buy a shirt with a unicorn on it.
No, wolves.
Pegasus.
He's already got that.
Pegasus.
There you go.
Damn it. All right,
I don't think Sheamus is... I'm kind of in the same group as Kevin. I don't think Sheamus is horrible as a face. I just think he's made a better heel. If the WWE actually put some effort into keeping him face and actually set him up with some good feuds, he could be a great heel. Or face. Son of a bitch.
He's going to have a heel or a face. I don't know.
All right, let's put a plastic bag on the head of that one and let's just stop screwing. Yeah, just smother it and just stop screwing up face and heel and talk about SmackDown. Joe, how about the live SmackDown that were the live SmackDown that was recorded during the show that we did last week? So this is going to get weird.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't try to actually report on it while the show was going on because this thing was a debacle. I mean, it starts out, Mick Foley Claus comes out, and then brings out Michael Cole as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Zany. It was wacky.
And, like, every announcer had a costume. So, was it Josh Matthews? He's a fucking elf.
Is that what he was?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Booker T came out as Santa, and he did a holiday spin-a-rooney, and then Cody Rhodes came out to talk some shit. Basically setting up Rhodes versus Booker, and Booker's like, I guess. I don't know if I want to do this, but I guess. Brie Bella wins a Divas Mistletoe match, which is really mistletoe on a pole match.
Yeah.
And wins by kicking her sister in the gut and then climbing on her to get the mistletoe. Really? I mean, it's not like she got a title shot out of it. She gets to kiss a superstar. Big fucking deal. They wasted more time with Justin Gabriel beating Jinder Mahal. Cody Rhodes attacked Booker T backstage, and now Booker can't compete, so there goes a possibly decent match out the window. Kofi Kingston beat Tyson Kidd in what was a blow-off match. Randy Orton beat David Otunga in a Miracle on 34th Street fight.
Yeah,
there was no build-up to that. I give props to Otunga for getting out there and actually putting forth the effort. Randy Orton phoned it in. Time to wake up, Kev.
Battle Royale.
No, I was waiting for Kevin's yawn to finish. And then they had an All I Want for Christmas Battle Royal. I mean, we got to see a lot of the guys we haven't seen around, like Tyler Rex. But like we see all these undercard guys, and who wins? Hornswoggle by eliminating who? Sheamus. What? Seriously?
He's a leprechaun for Christmas.
Yeah.
Leprechaun is St. Patrick's Day, not
right.
Christmas.
But here's the catch. So Hornswoggle gets a wish from Santa for winning this battle royal. What happens? He wishes to talk, so now he can talk. The whole gimmick was so that he could talk. Really?
Here's the thing.
Why didn't they give him just Kane's little, how are you? You know, I mean...
That was awesome.
It was.
And then they closed out the show with the only thing worth watching was Mark Henry and Daniel Bryan for the World Heavyweight Championship in a steel cage. And Daniel Bryan proved that he's working with Henry very well. Henry wins with an off the middle rope slam.
Yeah.
World's Strongest Slam. Very impressive match. I'm proud of those guys. Nice work.
Close out the show, yeah.
Yeah, that was the highlight.
Here's the thing. It was almost like the WWE forgot that Christmas happens every year and they needed to come up with something that night.
Yeah, it's like, well, if TNA is going to do something hokey for Thanksgiving,
we're going to out-hokey them?
And we want to do something hokey for Thanksgiving. Let's out-hokey them.
Well,
and let's get pokey with this Christmas puke.
Yeah, we always talked about how great the Monday Night Wars are, so we got them back now. Here you go.
It's craptastic.
Man, I haven't seen this bad with this ass.
I'll see your crappy wrestling show, and I'll raise you this, and...
Yeah, let's go to Impact, but I didn't think Impact was that bad. Go.
Alright, Impact was actually not that bad this week. They made a nice recovery. We started off with a pretty good match. The Pope and Devon beating Mexican America and Inc. to become the new #1 contenders. We've got Sting calling Bobby Roode out, saying that there have to be consequences for what Roode did last week and whatnot. We had a great segment from Austin Aries coming out saying that he has no competition, that he's beaten everybody in the division, and this, that, the other thing. And Kid Cash comes out. Aries offers Cash a title shot, and it was awesome because Aries holds out his hand and says, "Come on, let's shake on it," and both men shake, and both men sucker punch each other at the exact same time.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
So you gotta love that. We had Mickie James beating ODB in a street fight, which anytime ODB gets her ass kicked, it's a good night in my book.
Hey,
I like watching ODB. I think she was one of TNA's more interesting women talent.
She is. She's a very good star. She's probably one of the better of the original knockouts. But I happen to be a bigger Mickie James fan than I am an ODB fan.
Starting to sound like Kevin.
And TNA hasn't really been using ODB as anything at all. I mean, they've been burying her. They bring her on. They tease her getting a contract. They tease her getting this and that and the other thing. They haven't really used her, and they've just buried her. Mm-hmm. So, in a street fight for the #1 with the #1 contendership on the line, I'm glad she lost. Robbie E beating Rob Van Dam to retain the TV title. I have to ask, what the fuck was up with that? But even with
Come on, Rob. Go ahead. Okay.
But the interference that TNA did here was a better use of interference than they usually use, and it was almost believable that Earl Hebner would be incompetent enough to completely miss Daniels giving RVD the Angel's wings before Robbie E comes in. We had Bobby Roode beating AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy, which I thought was interesting because the way it was set up, you were going to think it was a 2-on-1, and Roode really made it. Roode's really starting to get the whole by hook or by crook heel angle down. And they're really trying to push the heel thing with Roode, but because throughout the episode of Impact we saw little video vignettes, only instead of his family going on about how proud they are of Roode, it's like, this guy, he really stabbed everybody in the back. We don't know what he's in. His parents even came out to say, we're very disappointed in him. So,
yeah, that was a low point. I'm sorry. That was a low point.
It was. It was. It's like, ooh, What are you going to do, ground him?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be awesome. If they're
Grounded.
It's like if John Cena's dad came out and grounded him on national television.
He'd still get booed.
The night kind of ended with Sting coming out post-match and announcing that Hardy would take on Jarrett at Final Resolution in a cage match where the only way to win was to escape. If Jarrett wins, Hardy's gone from TNA. If Hardy wins, he gets a world title shot. I never thought I'd be rooting for Jeff Jarrett, but oh my fucking God, will I...
Really? You want to see this match? When they... it's like... This is like...
I don't want to see this match. I'm hoping that this will finally be the resolution to the feud. And I'm hoping Jeff Hardy gets the fuck out of TNA. And for Jeff Hardy to get the fuck out of TNA, I need Jeff Jarrett to manage to win.
I don't see it happening.
It's not going to happen.
He's going to get the title shot.
Of course. Of course. Because TNA thinks Hardy's one of their saviors. But I'm still going to be rooting for Jeff Jarrett.
You're going to be there in your little your old Double J shirt that you got with the collar, and then it was just strips of cloth that went down to his waist. And you're going to be up there going, woo! Come on, Double J! Had your acoustic guitar out.
I've never had any Jeff Jarrett merchandise. I've never really thought that highly of him as well.
Oh, this pay-per-view is going to be the first time.
Oh, Rob, we know what we're getting you for Christmas. We're going to get you that stripper shirt. You know what I'm talking about, right? It was just strips of cloth that went from the collar to the waist. He wore it in WCW.
Yeah, I know what you're doing. Yeah,
wafted in the breeze. He unclipped. It was like clipped in his back, and he would unclip it and then take it off. It was very dainty. It looked like a series of belts. Anyway, all right. So you guys ready to talk about superstars? No, let's talk about Raw. Oh man, that was a close one.
Good one.
Woo, that was close. We almost talked about superstars. Can you imagine how embarrassing that would be?
Yeah, I would have to admit nobody watched it. Oh!
And judging by the ratings, we're not the only ones. We actually had a friend of the show actually said, I got to bring it up. It's so funny. Basically said Fry 420 that I was talking about earlier was upset that we kind of buried SmackDown and NXT last week. Basically, we posted a positive article on our Facebook page and we buried them on the show. First off, our criticism is just like you guys. We're all fans of this stuff, so it's going to be however it is that week. When we post something on our Facebook page that's not really an endorsement on our part, it's more of a, hey, check this out. So that may not necessarily be how we feel about whatever it is that's going on. It's just like, hey, we think you guys should see this. The other thing is, so we don't want to say that we're burying SmackDown or anything like that, except for NXT. Yeah, because NXT is terrible. And I'm sorry. Did anybody here really think NXT is any good?
Any show that
no.
Masters on as one of the so-called superstar experts. Do I really need?
I love how Kevin strung that together. So-called superstar experts.
The audience also missed the quotation marks that I threw up in the chat.
I think they heard it. Your voice was dripping with enough sarcasm. I think they heard it.
That cool.
All right, what was your favorite thing about Raw?
My favorite thing about Raw was honestly the trend that I hope is going to continue that we talked about last week of not having Cena at the end of the show. Obviously they still had him. They had him at the beginning. He was still a major plot point, but he's not part of the title picture. So I'm interested to see if this continues and how long. I think it's the right move. We talked about it last week. We all seem to think that this is the right decision by the WWE. So, I don't know if that's my favorite thing, but I think that's the most intriguing thing to me this week about Raw. But CM Punk bulldogging Alberto Del Rio through the table, man, that was awesome. So that might have been my favorite thing of Raw. I just like how he was kind of he starts moving the table and nobody knows why. He's like, what, are you kidding me? He's like, contract signing? This is the biggest WWE cliche we can possibly get. He just, gets it all out in the open and, had some fun with it. And I thought the promo overall, I thought the promo was good job by everyone. Laurinaitis even kind of held his weight. I'd like to wish John Morrison good luck in all of his future endeavors.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with the way that he just cut in there and threw that out. So I'll give kudos to Laurinaitis for once in my life and slam him next week when he looks like a tard like usual. Other things, they announced Nash versus Triple H in a ladder match. Okay, I'm interested to see what the over-under is and how quick Nash gets hurt. Oh!
No! Yeah, National Ladder, that just screams retarded.
I said it. 8 minutes. The over-under is in 8 minutes. We might have to make that the question of the week.
What's the over-under? Or are you taking the over or the under of what
Nash? 8 minutes. I want to hear what the fans have to think. No,
he blows out his knees.
I liked, the other thing that I did like about Raw was the way that they did the Ryder title shot. Thought that was pretty well done. I thought it was pretty innovative to still kind of shun the petition. Cena gives up his shot and then interferes in the match, which I thought was great. And let's give some credit, man. Getting Mark Henry up for the AA, damn. I mean, that guy...
Yeah, but what does that say about guys like Big Show, who are supposedly these strong-ass fuck guys, who have trouble picking him up, but Cena's just like... Boop, 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 woo!
Oh, no, it wasn't that easy.
No, he did it pretty quickly.
Well, I think it was more of a keep the momentum going, because I think Henry kind of helped him, so it was more of like, just kind of get it going.
But they've done this. But they've done this with Cena before.
Didn't he do it to Big Show?
Cena's given the AA to Big Show. I've seen him give the attitude adjustment to two guys at once on his shoulders.
Right.
I mean, they've really pushed Cena to be almost superhuman.
Wait, Rob. I'm sorry. Are you trying to imply that WWE is booking Cena as some kind of Superman? Because I will have none of that malarkey on my show, good man.
I am actually, Harrison. All he's missing is the S, you sarcastic little.
I love Rob's reaction is, yeah, fuck you.
No, it was awesome to see that much Zack Ryder in a show.
Well, yeah, I figured the whole thing was Joe's win of the week. So, funny you just brought that up. Yeah, but honestly, I thought it was a great way to do the title shot. I thought it was a really good idea, and Ryder's going to get a shot, and I'm sure he's going to win it. I mean, I really think they want to push Dolph to the next level. Dolph again does incredible work. His promo at the beginning of the show was definitely the best one. I mean, really, this guy's just been phenomenal, and I'm so excited to see what he does. And I don't know if it'll be a face turn or not, but I could see it. I mean, maybe not, but you have a few heels, you have a few faces, so I could see it going either way. But I mean, I don't see any way he doesn't drop the title at TLC in the match. I think it's going to happen. I mean, it was a decent Raw. I mean, not anything outstanding, but kept me entertained, and it pushed a lot of angles and a lot of storylines leading up to TLC. So you got to do that at some point, and it was decent. And looking forward to next week.
I got to be honest though, I'm not a fan of Punk, Del Rio, and Miz in a TLC match. I don't know why.
I like it. I mean, Miz has been in before, and it's proven he can do them. Alberto Del Rio was in Money in the Bank, and he won that. So I mean, I think that all the guys. I mean, and Punk's won Money in the Bank twice.
Yeah.
So I mean, all three guys can do a ladder match, and it's really I think gonna elevate Punk and Miz, really.
Yeah.
I think this is where they're going to... I mean, I don't remember who said it on Twitter. But they're gonna I think they're gonna blow off Miz. Blow off Alberto Del Rio, and focus more on Punk Miz for a couple months.
That's the problem. I really like where Del Rio was going these past couple months, and now it just feels like after, I don't know, it's weird. It just feels like they just don't know what to do with him, and so they throw him in this match with Punk and Miz, and yeah, you're right. It's gonna be. It's gonna be a fantastic match, no doubt. But still, I really wish Del Rio had more or something to really kind of push him, because it just seems like, I don't know. The guy won the Rumble, or not the Rumble. He won.
Yeah, he did win the Rumble.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, he did. I'm sorry, I was thinking last year. No, come on, the guy won the Rumble. You figure. I'm not expecting Triple H level of, holy crap, stop cramming him down our throats, but something. It just feels like, I don't know. Feels like he's, they're making him sell oranges in the parking lot. Oh. All right, you guys ready to talk about the final resolution of the TNA and the Jell-O pudding?
Yes.
All right, cool. So TNA Final Resolution is coming up. First up on the docket, TV title match, Robbie E versus Eric Young. Anybody really looking for Robbie E dropping this title to Young?
Nope.
Really?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh.
I would like it to.
No way Robbie E drops it.
No, Robbie E's going to hang on to it for a little bit longer.
But you guys want it to happen, right?
Yeah, I would love if Eric Young were to hang on to the title, but they use Eric Young as this transition guy, and they obviously have a direction they want to go with it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. I think Robbie E keeps the title, although I'd love to see Eric Young just pile drive and knock him the fuck out again.
Every time he does it, man, I'm like, ooh, no, we're not supposed to do that anymore. So taboo. It's just.
Are we picking for Garvin?
Do you want to pick for Garvin?
Well,
Garvin picks Eric Young because of the beard. That's a given.
No. Garvin should pick like the chicken.
Rob because of the beard.
Rob. Yeah, that's right. Spoiler alert, I'm going to run in and interfere with that match.
All right, Rob.
Thank you for the spoiler alert. I appreciate that. Just so that way everybody knows to quickly mute their computers and iPods and then bring it right back up so they know that, spoiler alert, FTW co-host Rob will be running down to Orlando to interfere in a match.
Like it's not beyond TNA's booking at this point.
All right. Knockouts Championship. Gail Kim versus Mickie James. Mickie James picking up the belt, or is Gail walking out with the gold?
Gail.
So, wow, even Kevin is saying his lady Mickie is not taking it away, huh?
Yeah, I think they're just...
I'll just be watching that hot ass the whole time.
TNA is in the process of cramming Gail Kim down our throats. She's not going to drop it yet.
Yeah.
Garvin's picking Fabulous Moolah.
I don't know. I'm thinking Gail Kim losing the title and then fighting to get it back would be kind of a great story, but at the same time, yeah, she's been kind of on a tear lately, and other than the ODB match, what has Mickie really done lately? All right, so tag team title match, Mac Morgan and Crimson versus Pope and Devon. Who's walking out with the belt?
I say Matt Morgan and Crimson.
I agree.
I'm going with Pope and Devon.
As am I. Why are you saying that, Joe?
Well, they keep pushing these two together over and over and over. And if they're going to do anything with Morgan and Crimson, with this tension between the two of them, they've got to do it soon. So it's the perfect thing for, Matt Morgan to get pinned because...
Crimson did something?
Right.
Yeah.
He gets pinned and gets screwed over, and it's his fault, so now they're going to fight.
Yeah. They got to do... Final Resolution is a great flashpoint, as Joe said. X Division title match.
I think Garvin takes the Dude Busters.
Dude Buster.
Okay, Garvin takes the Dude Buster.
Did one of those guys die?
No, they just released one of them.
Oh.
And I would also say that instead of Fabulous Moolah, Garvin in the Knockouts match takes Sherry Martel.
Wait, Sherry has two eyes, doesn't it? No, it only has one.
No, 2 R's.
2 R's. That's right. Thank you. X Division title match: Austin Aries versus Kid Cash. Really hoping this is the match of the night. Who you guys taking?
Is there any other answer aside from Austin Aries?
A-Dub, all the way.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think he's got to drop it, but I just don't see it happening yet.
exactly, Kevin. I want him to drop it. I want him out of the X Division. I want him in the world title picture.
I agree.
He would be awesome going after the belt. I mean, him and Hardy, let Hardy get a little more, time under his, under his boots, and maybe if he can turn in the matches of old. But damn, Austin Aries would be great in a world title match. Who's Garvin taking?
Garvin is going to
I just thought of something really dark, and I don't want to type it. I'm going to type it. I'm not going to say it.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to say it. All right, so who's Garvin?
Garvin's going to take Macho Man.
Oh, Joe, too soon. Too soon.
Macho Man can beat both those guys from the grave. That's what I'm saying. Don't look like it ain't true.
Oh, you're right. Steel cage match. Man, I'm bummed. All right. Steel cage match. Karen Jarrett will be handcuffed to Sting at ringside. Bow chicka wow. Jeff Jarrett versus Jeff Hardy. Who's
Hardy.
Gonna yeah, Hardy.
Jeff.
I'm gonna.
I stumped Rob with that one.
What are you gonna take, Rob? You said it earlier.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Even though I want Jeff Jarrett to win, I think Hardy's gonna win.
I took Hardy, not Jarrett.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you took Jarrett. Sorry.
No, I'm taking Hardy.
I think
just Jeff.
I think Garvin's gonna pick China.
No, I put down Trojan condoms.
That works too.
For Jarrett, for Sting, and Jarrett being ringside. You can't resist the Stinger, baby. You can't resist him. She's going to be handcuffed to him for what could possibly be 15 to 20 minutes. That's just enough time for a little business time.
There you go.
All he's got to do is kind of settle up next to her. Hey, baby, how you doing? You want to see my 3-foot black bat?
Especially when Kurt Angle trashed it.
Yeah.
Totaled it out. Triple A's got to commentate and total it out, because damn.
Like a hot dog in a hallway. All right. World Heavyweight Championship. 30-minute Iron Man match, AJ Styles versus Bobby Roode. If this is not the match of the night, I don't know what is. This is going to be spectacular. Roode's got the belt. Does he dump it to AJ?
No. I think Bobby Roode's going to take it as long as I just hope AJ doesn't phone it in.
He won't.
It's an Iron Man match. He won't.
It doesn't matter. Looking at those matches he had with Christopher Daniels, and those should have been spectacular.
No.
Those in.
Dude, remember, he was injured a month ago? I think this is his chance. He's going to look at this and go, you know what? I want to bring it. I want to stretch these legs, and I want to just lay it all out there. And when AJ is pent up like that, that's when he does his best work.
And during one of those matches that you say he phoned it in, he was, in fact, injured, fighting on an injured ankle. So
he was gassed when he started the match.
I'm gonna start, dude.
Pain does a lot.
Look at his moveset. Just about every move that AJ Styles does relies on his ankles.
Nash does a better job throwing a punch and blowing out his knee than AJ did in those matches. I'm hoping that AJ does a wonderful job. I am not trying to discount that. And
I'm picking Bobby Roode too. I think it's too early. I think TNA is going to continue to push this because I think ultimately they want a Roode versus Storm feud.
Yeah. And I think Garvin's going to take Matt Hardy's rehab bills.
All right. I'm sorry, Kev, who are you taking? You taking AJ or Roode?
Roode.
Okay. So we're basically all in agreement on this entire pay-per-view except for the tag team title match. This should be interesting.
See a lot of surprises.
It should be.
One match is going to decide who wins this.
Basically, we're all going to be watching the tag team title match, and then when that's over, we're all going to be like, all right, that's it. All right, I'm going to go. All right, I'm making dinner. I'm out of here. All right, so speaking of Final Resolution, interesting. I do find it really fun that for once in a long while, we have a World Heavyweight Championship match, a main event of a TNA pay-per-view that does not involve A, a former WWE star, or B, any of the big three that we always complain about, Bischoff, Hogan
or
Flair.
Yeah.
So, that's something to look forward to, and as I use that to simply transition into our main news topic and destroy that transition by mentioning it as I do it, is TNA going in the right direction? I like that one. It's time to talk about TNA, and I know what you guys want to hear. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about TNA, which we're going negative, blah, blah, blah. But if you read Twitter, Bleacher Report, go on any of the insider blogs or anything, you know that TNA sucks and is unwatchable. Basically, if you haven't actually been watching TNA, one of the major criticisms we've had, us as fans and us loudly every week, in the past 4 months is the overuse of Hogan, Flair, and Bischoff. But since then, Hogan's been removed, Flair's been removed, and Hogan's been removed, and Flair and Bischoff are only involved in one isolated storyline instead of a giant company encompassing ones. And even Sting's been removed from in-ring action. He's just a figurehead. The guy we want to see wear the title, Robert Roode, now does, and he's been defending it against another TNA original, AJ Styles, and James the Quiet Storm. I really wish he'd use that as a gimmick. That'd be great. All right, that was an SNL skit. Never mind. Okay, so anyway, these are good improvements, right? I mean, TNA's moving in the right direction, right, guys?
I think so. I mean, like you said, Hogan's been removed, and Hogan and TNA management have said, we realize we need to remove Hogan, and let the spotlight shift onto these other guys. Flair and Bischoff are only on one little storyline. We're focusing more on the TNA originals as instead of just the big three all of the time. Mm-hmm. I think TNA is really building and moving in the right direction. I mean, you've got Austin Aries, who has pretty much kept the X division going and started rebuilding there. You've got awesome stuff going on at just about every level of the company, except the Knockouts division.
Saw that coming.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going in the right direction. I mean, the fact that they've dumbed down a lot of the stuff that we totally hate is a good thing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. They're utilizing Robert Roode like we've been wanting. They're getting James Storm involved. We've still got guys like AJ involved, even though he's been in the title picture in the past quite a bit. I guess if they actually did something with Samoa Joe, I think we'd actually call him successful.
Yes, I would love to see Samoa Joe get more involved in storylines, and hopefully that's on the horizon.
One can hope.
I mean, these are the things that we have been complaining about for a long time. So, yes, I call it progress. I'm with everybody else. We'll see how long it continues, but they have used the TNA originals. It's a good idea. I mean, Hogan seemed like he was on the verge of a mutiny after essentially screwing over Roode right at Bound for Glory. Now he does have the title. He's doing good work with the title. So yeah, I mean, you gotta say maybe they've listened and maybe they've done the right things. Hopefully it continues. It has been TNA originals. It's good to see. So I want to see if they keep it going and if they can keep the momentum going. Because if they can, I really think they have something to build on.
Okay. So we all are basically in agreement that they're going in a good direction. Now my question for you guys is, what would be the one thing now that you would do to add on to that? I mean, like signing more credible tag teams. That was something that former TNA wrestler Jeremy Buck actually criticized on Facebook this past week. Dropping the Knockouts current storyline and letting them just wrestle like they used to do. Maybe giving more time to the X division. I mean, what are you guys looking at when you see the TNA product and you see the direction it's going? What is the next milestone you'd like them to hit and make you go, yes, that's what we want?
The first thing I'd like to see them do is I would like them to see I would like the current Knockout storyline to end as quickly as possible and let the Knockouts get back to being just wrestling like they used to do. That's always been one of the things for me that separated TNA from WWE, is that the Knockouts actually have talent to actually get in the ring, to actually know what the hell they're doing. Outside of that, maybe sign one or two more tag teams to replace tag teams that they've lost, like Motor City Machine Guns and Beer Money and such.
But you really can't say they've lost the gun just due to injury. It's not like they fired them or they left.
Right, but at the moment, the Machine Guns are out of the picture.
I'm with Rob. I think if there's one improvement that they could make, it's to build on the incredible tag team division that they had, because Beer Money's been split up, and that was inevitable. We all knew that. But Motor City Machine Guns, I think, worked too well as a tag team. I don't see them getting split up. Other than that, you have Mexican America. You have, Ink Ink's gone. So
no, they're not.
Well, okay.
They're...
Ink Ink's fake.
Let's put them. Let's say they're on the sidelines for now.
Yeah, let's put them in the maybe pile.
Okay, but you have Mexican America, and you had such a good tag division, and it is a weakness in WWE. They have improved it, but it's still not as good as what TNA had. So I think if there's an area you could really make inroads in, I'm with Rob. I believe it's the tag division.
Joe?
Yeah. No,
okay.
I agree.
All right, cool. Now, in an interview with the Tennessean.com, Dixie Carter said that TNA was working towards beginning new trends. One of these trends was to open up the product to the fans a bit more by pulling back the curtains and letting the fans see more unscripted emotion. Is this something you guys would really like to see? And what are the other trends that you think TNA should set?
This is a trend that they should have set, and they started to set beforehand, and then just kind of dropped it, went to the wayside, and had the Hogan-Bischoff orgy fuck piece of crap. And then, WWE picked it up and ran with it. I mean, TNA was cramming Twitter down our throats way before WWE was. They should have done it. I think they missed their window on that, and now they're playing catch-up, and it's not working.
I'm completely with Joe here. Harrison, you and I, episode after episode, we went on about how we loved Reaction, where they were showing you basically what they're talking about now, the real unscripted emotion. You had wrestlers coming out and doing shoot promos long before CM Punk came out and started it.
Before it was cool.
TNA did all of this stuff first, but like Joe said, then they just kind of dropped the ball and WWE picked it up and ran it with it. I would love to see some of the stuff that Dixie Carter's talking about. And, that alone should be enough to get them kind of going in the right direction, and build from there.
Just one last question before we move on. Now, when you hear pulling the curtain back, unscripted emotion, yada, 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 isn't this basically what basically we've dubbed the reality era is in WWE? Wouldn't this be just a rehash of that?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't think, do you guys see that hurting this, if that's what they're doing?
Normally I would say yes, but in the area of professional wrestling, which, even now when I talk to people about pro wrestling, I get, oh, Rob, how the hell can you be a fan of pro wrestling? It's all fake. That's still the stigma that pro wrestling is stuck with. So if you pull the curtains back a little bit and you let the reality side show through, the athletic ability these guys have to go through, what they have to go through, the real emotions of these guys, I think that'll help out a little bit.
All right. You guys ready for quick hits?
Quick hits!
Quick hits!
Quick hits!
Jesus Christ, Joe.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, it's time for quick hits. For those of you guys new to the show, each one of us is going to get 30 seconds to sound up on a news topic, and if there's time afterwards, we'll scream at each other for a little bit. Brodus Clay will return eventually. Over a month ago, we saw a video package building up Brodus Clay. Then they stopped, suggesting he'd be appearing on Raw. Specific dates were even given. Yet, no Brodus Clay. He trended worldwide on Twitter, and if you look at if you bother to even pay attention to those type of statistics, and many assumed he would be the one who faced Zack Ryder, but no. Are they dropping the ball? Are they dropping the ball with Brodus Clay? Blah, blah, blah. Joe.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they tried hyping him, and then they're like, fuck, we decide we want to push all this other bullshit, so that's what we're going to do. And it's a shame because they hyped him. They haven't given him to us. Let us make up our minds if he's going to be successful or not, instead of you just not bringing him out. Because now you're killing anything that we thought could have been happening that we got excited for, and then you're going to have to rebuild him up again. Fuck you.
Kevin.
they have one way to go with this to make it work, and that's to say, which they already did to a point, which is to say the backing off is only going to make him angrier, and angrier, which is what I think they'll end up doing. So if they do that, I don't think it's an issue because I think that would be a success. If they don't, yes, they've really dropped the ball on this guy, and it's really going to hurt his character. But I honestly expect that this is what they're going to end up doing, and he's some sort of wrecking machine for the next 6 months.
Okay. Rob?
Yeah, I think they're really hurting Brodus Clay. I'm completely in agreement with Joe on this. I mean, you've been building him up. Throw his ass out there and let the crowd decide what's going on. If you're not convinced that he can do what you need him to do, then stop fucking building him up.
Okay. I don't think that really hurt the Brodus Clay character. I think the problem is that any heat that you have built up is going to be kind of lost at the wayside. But at the same time, it kind of also adds some intrigue. Why didn't he show up in time? And that kind of thing. So they could spin it that way. I mean, not go as far as, Samoa Joe's been kidnapped. Hey, he's back. Hey, we're not going to talk about this anymore.
Yeah. I'll agree with you on that, Harrison.
So hopefully they, hopefully they use this delay to their advantage. Moving on. R-Truth is recovering after a concussion. Good for him. Not quite. But basically, it's nice to see some storylines that are being pushed this fashion on Twitter, especially from someone who is suspended. R-Truth told his Twitter fans that he'll be back in a few weeks once his concussion-like symptoms, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, go away. What do you think is the next move for the R to the Truth? Joe?
I didn't realize Cottonmouth was a concussion-like symptom. But hey, at least he's trying to push a storyline if he's even in control of his Twitter account. And good on you, Truth.
Kevin?
I don't know. I don't see him as part of the main event. I never have. I've never been a fan of Truth and the angle that they were going with the Little Jimmy thing. I'm just not a fan. I personally don't see him as part of the main event angle right now. I think this hurts his momentum. I think they want to go somewhere else now. So maybe he feuds with Ryder for the belt. That's my call. I think he goes back to the mid card for a little while and tries to get back to main event.
Okay, Rob.
Yeah, I think. Wait a minute. What? Yeah, I know. I'm talking. Hey, just let me finish here. I think. I just heard from our truth's little friend here that, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. In other words, I'm in complete agreement with Kevin. I think this was a stupid move. I've never been a big fan of R-Truth, and I hope he goes away. Or at least gets a decent gimmick.
Yeah, Rob, that's the problem. He just doesn't have a good gimmick. He wants it. The guy's passionate, and he does, work. And I mean, I don't want to say good work because he's been overshadowed in some cases, but at the same time, he's overshadowed others. He just doesn't have it yet, and that's the problem. It's like when Jericho was floundering in WCW for a while. You could tell the guy had it, or you could tell the guy could find it if he could have it and get it and use it to be better.
Right, but WCW didn't want to give him a good gimmick. They just wanted to make him an idiot. Exactly.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens when he comes back. Okay, so who is the superstar of the year? Slammy Award time. On a special 3-hour episode of Raw, WWE will be awarding various members of the WWE roster and staff awards that most likely won't do anything except give Michael Cole something to talk about instead of not the match. But still, the biggest award of the night is going to be Superstar of the Year. Currently, they're taking votes from the fans, so let's decide. Who is the Superstar of the Year? John Cena, Randy Orton, Mark Henry, CM Punk, ADR, or The Miz? Joe?
Is there any real question here? It's CM Punk. CM Punk is the man. Look at the build-up and the fan support he's garnered over the past year. I mean, when he won the WWE title finally, you listening to that crowd just said, Superstar of the Year.
Okay.
That's it.
Kevin, Superstar of the
CM
Year.
Punk's going to win, but for me it's Mark Henry. No push his entire career. He finally gets it and just tears it up. So CM Punk's going to win. You want my opinion who the superstar of the year is, I will take Mark Henry. And like I said, I will never remember him as the jobber that he was for his entire career. I remember what he did with his one push and how he owned it for his how he just owned it. That is what I remember about Mark Henry.
Rob?
I agree. I think it's going to be CM Punk. But I mean, not that I agree with Kevin. I think it's going to be CM Punk. I mean, I've been to Bears games. I've been to Blackhawks games. I've been to Bulls games. I've been to every sporting team in Chicago. I've been to their events. I've never heard a Chicago crowd louder than they were that night. Cena versus CM Punk. I mean, the building fucking rocked. So yeah, I just think it's going to go to Punk, and I think he deserves it for what he's done.
I gotta be honest, I wanted to say it's going to be Punk, obviously. I wanted to say Zack Ryder because that guy went from YouTube to title entirely on his own merit. In a time
and a title that he didn't even have to fight anybody before.
Well, still. I mean, okay, he went from YouTube to a decent push, and he's getting a pay-per-view shot in an era when Vince is controlling WWE. I mean, you gotta admit, that's pretty spectacular. However, Kevin, man, whenever we talk about Mark Henry, I get goosebumps because that guy, it's so deserving, and you are so right. It's gotta be Mark Henry. They don't fuck me off. That'd be great. Cena comes out to win it, and he just comes out with giant foam middle fingers and just goes, "Screw you, 10%ers," then takes the thing and runs. Suck on your booze as I cash my check with the money you paid to buy these tickets. Oh, that'd be awesome. All right.
And if you were going to turn Cena heel, that would be the perfect way to do it.
Oh, it would be great. Well, at that point, though, we'd all love him. I mean, that's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
We'd all go, "Good on you. Good on you. You know, good sport. Good sport." You know, we'd golf clap that and go, "Well, now we got a problem." All right. Time for the indies. It is official. Legends House, the worst name ever of something ever. It's coming to the WWE Network and using hashtag FTWE91. Madmen83 on Twitter wants us to talk about potential cast members. As you know, Legends House will be a reality TV show where WWE legends live in a house together. Basic reality show format, Jersey Shore, real world, that type of thing. No news or challenges or anything, I don't think. When it was first rumored, we had a discussion on the show with our Facebook about the possibilities who would be cast. No cast has been officially released, but it's likely we see the legends who we've already seen on camera, these past few years. Dusty Rhodes, Roddy Piper, Ron Simmons, Hillbilly Jim, Ted DiBiase Sr. Anybody have any idea who you'd like to see?
Superfly, Foley. Yeah. Oh, Tito Santana.
Ooh, Tito Santana. That's a good one.
I agree.
Michael Hayes.
Yes.
I want to see the Job Squad. I want to see people like Ed Wesley, Mike Sharp.
Okay, so cool. That'll be interesting to see. What? All right. Tyler Rex started an animated series on YouTube called The Mid-Card Mafia. Allow me to repeat. Tyler Rex started an animated series on YouTube called The Mid-Card Mafia. And if that wasn't enough cake for you, the frosting is it has Kurt Hawkins and Tyson Kidd and a bunch of WWE mid-carders on there. Watch it.
It's hilarious.
Just watch it. Everybody hear about that? Oh, never mind. I won't make that comparison. It's a bad one. Anyway, so yeah, just watch it. It's youtube.com/The Wrecking Crew, and it's REKKING crew, because brand recognition is what you need. Lillian Garcia is returning to the WWE fold as the SmackDown ring announcer. Good for her. Big Show was not on Raw because he appeared at the American Country Awards in Las Vegas. The show was broadcast on Fox. Show did a comedy skit where he chokeslammed Trace Adkins and then presented an award. And if I knew who Trace Adkins was, I guess I would care.
Hillbilly.
I don't know. He sings in 4/4 time with an acoustic guitar. I mean, that's what I'm guessing. About a truck and a dog. TMZ has a new report up. And beer. TMZ has a new report up on WWE Diva Karma getting engaged. She was proposed to her fiancé a few months back and said yes. The engagement ring is actually, it's kind of cool. It's a wrestling ring with a diamond in it. So it's a ring in a ring boom, boom, Inception, ring and a ring and a ring. It's like those nesting dolls. But, saying they're going to tie the knot sometime next year. John Laurinaitis' Twitter took a jab at Jomo today when plugging the Future Endeavors t-shirt on WWE Shop website. It wasn't, quote, it wasn't John Morrison's week last week, but I did offer one of these shirts as a parting gift. Ooh.
Hey-oh.
Somebody got a generic white guy upgrade. He's now running at 2.0. Good for him. Well, I found out you can't pick them up at Twitter. What you have to go to is you have to go to Greg's generic white guy emporium on East 32nd Street, down by the Bedford Auto Mile. If you go down off 71, you make a right onto East 37th, take that down to 35th Street, make a left at the second light, keep going down until you get to the Walmart. Beyond that is Greg's generic white guy, and all right, fine, I'll move on. All right. I could have gone on like that for hours.
I was just giving you the time.
I'm giving accurate directions to the Bedford Auto Mile from where I live, and I'm very proud of that. And if you were from Cleveland, you would know what the Bedford Auto Mile is. It's a mile of car dealerships. Because I live in Ohio, and that is a thing.
Yes.
Yippee.
Well, hey, look, Big Butter Jesus burned down. We gotta have something.
All right, fair enough. Drew about that thing so many times.
So he got his generic white guy upgrade. Now all he needs is a voice.
Yeah, just sound, yeah. Well, that's part of 3.0 ice cream sandwich upgrade. Former WWE diva Serena Deeb is celebrating 1 year of not drinking alcohol. She wrote the following on Monday. I'm really proud. Paragraph.
Hey, good on her, though. Good on her, though.
Yeah, good on her.
Her alcoholism, or, her drinking, not sure if it was actual alcoholism, but her drinking is what got her fired from the WWE because it broke the kayfabe, because fans spotted her out drinking when she was part of the Straight Edge Society. Right. Good on her for 1 year of not drinking alcohol. As I sit here with my beer, more for me.
Yeah, 1 year. You get a chip for that, don't you? Well, there's that part of AA. Isn't it like a 1 year chip or a 5 year chip or something?
Yeah,
I should probably get the chip.
Okay, so good on her, Serena. We're with you every step of the way. As two of my guys on the show right now steadily get drunk while they do the podcast. So
Hells yeah.
Yeah, good on you guys. Glad to hear it. Couple of things. Fry420 disagreed with us, saying that Joe Mo would do well in TNA, and a few with Austin Aries would be really good. To each his own. But our points still stand. Joe Mo has
I thought John Morrison would do good in TNA. You guys bitched at me about it.
Okay, fine.
Austin
You got back up.
Supporter, that's what we're getting at.
Yeah, come on, man. Okay, hang on a second.
Rob, you were silening a little bit. I don't know.
I want to do it again. Wait. Say something.
Keep talking,
a lot.
Rob.
Keep talking.
Okay, how am I coming now?
No, you're good now.
All right.
You're good now. Tell a man to stop downloading porn.
Or recipes.
No, with a man, that's probably porn.
Snuff films.
Hot. Basically, our points still stand. Jomo has a bigger name and could bring some fans over, but he's no better in ring or on mic than anyone else in the X division.
Right.
Sorry.
That's right. You guys did change my mind because you convinced me about the no mic skills and everything. So yeah.
I mean, maybe he'll develop a lot better in TNA than he did in WWE, but that point still stands. And this is cool. Friend of the show, D. Milesevich, and I got that name right.
Hells yeah.
Fuck you, English teacher from high school. As the Royal Rumble or World War III 60-man Battle Royale. I forgot the insanity that was WCW World War III. Which is better, Royal Rumble or the 60-man Battle Royale? What do you guys think?
I got to take the Rumble because I like the aspect of somebody, the little bit of mystery of somebody new running in every 2 minutes or whatever. Not that I'm downing on World War III, which is really cool. I'm not.
I like the idea. I like the idea of a lot of guys.
You got
Shut up, Harrison.
World War III. It was the entire roster, wasn't it?
Right,
Yeah.
and I like the idea of everybody being involved. Now, if they run it like the Rumble does, for a new guy every 2 minutes,
Yeah, 6-hour
cool.
pay-per-view.
I'd pay for it.
3 guys running
That would
out
be
at a
awesome.
time, each
That's-
one breaking off to a ring like fighter jets in formation.
Exactly. Some guy's got a smoke trail behind his ass. Yeah.
That'd be great. Red, white, and blue. Play jet noises as they come on, and then the Top Gear theme. I went to the danger zone.
Yeah, that came from Top Gun before it was ever part of Top Gear, my friend.
Whatever. I'm with Kevin, Royal Rumble. Just because, the content was great, because you were like, ooh, who's coming next? And then They came running out. That was always fun. What about you, Rob?
I'm with you guys. Royal Rumble. I mean, like Kevin said, I mean, every 2 minutes somebody's coming out. You don't know who it is, and every year at least one person who would literally be the last person you'd expect to come out comes out. So
yeah, like Diesel.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Yeah,
I mean, we barked out when that happened last year. It was great. I mean, we're a month away. I can't wait. It's my favorite pay-per-view of the year every time.
Yeah. And the surprise for the 3 previous years to last year, Rob Van Dam.
That was yeah.
Yeah, no, because he did it like 3 years in a row. They was like, who's coming out next? And it's Rob Van Dam. And the pop, just the pop from the fucking crowd. One of a kind.
Yeah, it was great.
Yes.
Although I do have to say though, in the 60-man battle royal defense, I wanted to watch it again because I wanted to refresh my memory of what it was like. So I did, and I didn't work for 15 minutes while I watched it. Because it sucks you in. That little try box they had going, showing a camera in each ring, and you're like, oh man, there's Jericho. Oh man, just watching all these guys. Oh, dude, it's the Bushwhackers. It's just like, it's seriously, it's your entire wrestling childhood, basically cooked down into a thick syrup and then injected directly into your veins. And you just can't take that much. You're just like, and you just start shaking. All right, who's ready for win fail?
Win fail.
All right, wins of the week. Joe, your win of the week. Good
job. My win of the week is Raw with all the Zack Ryder. It's good to see Zack Ryder get a push for a show. It's probably going to die down afterwards, which is fine. But it's nice that they actually highlighted a storyline that in the mid-card that they've been building. And it got pretty much main event status.
Okay, cool. Kevin, your win of the week.
My win of the week is CM Punk's Bulldog through the table. Man, that was awesome. I don't even know what it was that I just liked so much, but he just took that, he's just like does this giant leap over the table, and I was like, yes! So, yeah, good times. That was good stuff.
All right, Rob, your win of the week.
My win of the week goes to, I'm going to go to Sting for setting up Jarrett versus Hardy, just for teasing that Hardy might actually be leaving TNA.
You really don't want Hardy in TNA, do you, Rob?
No, I don't. I really, really don't.
So if we got you one of his shirts for Christmas?
I'd burn it.
But it's a gift.
I want it on air.
It's a gift, Rob. A gift from our loving, calloused, and cold hearts. Straight to you, buddy. All right, my win of the week is Rob's R-Truth imitation during Quick Hits. Here's the thing. Not so much the imitation, which was good, but the fact that this is the first week that we've had Rob on the webcam, and as he was doing it, like talking to himself, all 3 of us are going, holy shit, what the hell's going on? Is there something wrong? As he's looking over. I saw, and then I realized what he was doing, so I looked up at us, and I just saw all 3 of us had the same expression, which was like, holy shit, is Rob okay? Like, is Amanda yelling at him? I mean, what's going on? And so it was just like that. It was this perfect little moment, and I loved it so much.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, props to you, Rob.
It was a funny moment for the fans, but it was so much better for us. All right, so fails of the week. Your fail of the week, Joe.
My fail of the week is the fact that Nash couldn't fight anybody credible on Raw. He had to fight Santino fucking Marella, who's, just the new job squad. So he comes out, Santino comes out, throws his fucking Cobra sleeves off to the fans, and then gets beat the fuck down. Really? Why even have a match?
No, good point. No, I mean, yeah, really. I'm not going to bury him like that. Kevin, your fail of the week.
My fail of the week is whatever music they had on in the background when they showed the promo for the WWE Network.
Oh, I love that dubstep shit, dude.
Horrible. I'm like scrambling to find my remote while this is making my ears bleed. Whatever the hell that crap was and all that. It sounded like they were like they got like like 5 hipster bands together, and we're like, just make a bunch of noise, because that's what you actually do to make music. And that's what they did, and they put it in the background for that stupid promo. Oh, it annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah.
That's Kevin at the FTWpodcast.com.
Yes,
just because I want to see if anybody agrees with me that music was awesome.
The FTWpodcast.com. I'll be more than happy to direct you to some real bands who make good music.
As long as it's not Alkaline Trio, you'll be okay.
Yeah, Kev, that's called, like Joe said, that's called dubstep. And if you've never heard it before, obviously you've never searched remix on YouTube.
Kevin doesn't go to YouTube.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Did you learn this by now?
I'm just saying, if you ever went on YouTube and typed remix, you're going to be hearing a lot of dubstep.
YouTube's beyond his internet capabilities.
No, I could type into a search box. Don't worry about that. I just don't care to waste my time on watching. Oh, wow. Somebody shoved a bottle rocket up their ass and lit it. Oh, that was funny.
And it would be set to dubstep.
There you go. Thanks for
But it would.
Harrison.
And then it would have cats in it for some reason. No, I'm with Gavin. I don't watch YouTube either. All right. So, Rob, your fail of the week. Was it YouTube? Is it YouTube? If it's YouTube, that'd be just so poetic right now.
No.
Oh.
My fail of the week is the whole Karen Jarrett storyline. I was going to do the Steiner promo, but per my rules, if I said my fail was the Steiner promo, I'd have to do my Steiner impression, and then my head hurts. So, yeah, I'm going to say it's the whole Karen Jarrett knockout storyline angle that they're doing right now. That's the bigger fail at the moment.
Okay, fair enough. Mine, I'm going to get so much heat for this. Too much Ryder. I'm sorry. I feel like
Joe, get him.
No, look. Hear me out. I'm happy he's getting a push. I'm happy. I'm thrilled that this guy is just making a name for himself in TNA, or I'm sorry, on Raw, in WWE, and it's all him. He started it. YouTube channel got everybody watching that. Shows the power of, I'm not going to say social media. It shows the power of an individual that wants to get noticed and has something to say. Yes. However, I feel like I OG'd on spray tan and the word broski. It was just way too much on Monday. Joe, I know, but I'm just like, I just couldn't take it. I was like, whoa. All right.
No, I get where you're coming from, because he's had a constant Raw presence where they haven't done shit, so it starts to get fucking annoying. And then all of a sudden they're just like, here you go, a whole Raw with Ryder all over it.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from.
I mean, look, I love garlic pepper fries, but don't give me a popcorn bowl filled with garlic pepper fries. That's all I'm saying.
Now I gotta find something else for you, fucking Christmas.
Did you send me a popcorn bowl full of garlic pepper fries?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Not now.
Yeah, I ruined that for you. Sorry, Joe. You have to be creative this year. Quick plug.
Since you're sending me a Jeff Hardy shirt, I'll be sure to send that to you, Harrison.
Or be frozen so I can take it to the freezer and take it out and then eat them slowly. So Connor, a.k.a. OKFabe, for those of you guys who remember, is going to be on next week to remind us that he is, yes, still alive. No word if he's going to come back and do the Kane with no mask and shaved head thing. I really hope he does. Face it, he needs to change the gimmick. That'd be awesome. If he came back, drop him.
And your Paul Bearer impersonation is so good, you could help him out with that. It'd be an awesome teaming.
Oh, okay, Fabe, talk about Raw. Okay. How was the Divas match? Oh, that hurts after a while. I gotta be honest. The other thing I want to plug is we will be releasing some information soon on our Facebook account about upcoming opportunities to get some FTW gear. That's right. We want your money, and we are willing to give you stuff for it. So look for that coming forward on Facebook. Should be fun. As always, you can catch us on Facebook at facebook.com/FTWpodcast, twitter.com/FTWpodcast, where we live tweet every single show, and it's a lot of fun. We don't live tweet Superstars or NXT because, seriously.
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do it. You can call us at 313-444-FTW4. That's 313-444-3894 to get your stuff right on the air. You can download our iOS and Android apps certified carrier IQ free. So you can rest assured that we're not going to track your data that way. And you can rate us on iTunes so we can show our ex-girlfriends that we're actually worth a damn. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we get the hell out of here? Oh, question of the week. I'm sorry. Real quick question of the week. We talked about in the middle of the show. We gave our things, our milestones, our benchmarks of what we want to see TNA hit to show that they've really turned a corner. What are yours? What's the one change that you would make that basically what was one change that you would make that would have the most positive impact on TNA? So we're going to post that to our Facebook page and Twitter. You can hit us up anytime, letting us know. Email us at questions@the FTW podcast. Let us know what you think. Let's get out of here. Sound good? Or does anybody have anything they want to yell at me about? I'm not doing my Paul Bear impression.
See ya.
Real quickly,
to
those, while you're running through all of the stuff we're on, to those fans of ours who are pissed off that we don't cover NXT, if you would like us to live tweet at NXT, send us information as to where we can send the bill for our time, and one of us will consider it.
Print
Bazinga.
Print that out and mail it with a $5 bill, too.
You owe me X amount of time for the portion of my life I have just wasted.
I'm sorry. It looked tough enough.
Hey, how much Lucha Libre USA did I have to watch?
I would like to point out that none of us...
charge for it, man. You bravely took the bullet on that one for us, man.
Look, Joe, we were all at the bar, and you were the one who went home with the fat chick. Sorry.
You know Carrie will kill you.
That was...